thing I'll ask is for you to just say your name, just your first name if you want, and just the name of this place so that it's in the video.
Okay.
So you can start, or whoever wants to go first.
All right. Well, I'm Jean Laurel. This is the first Spiritualist temple of East Aurora. Okay. And I'm the president. Lord knows how that happened.
Okay, and then could you just walk me through briefly the healing prayer and maybe talk about one of your 9 principles?
Would you like to do some of that?
Sure. I have healing prayer. Basically what we're doing is we're asking for spiritual and physical healing, not only of ourselves, but of all the people around us. As spiritualists, we believe that it is possible through prayer to heal others.
In my class, which is Sociology of Religion, we talk about how religious faith provides stability in people's lives. So my question is for you to describe a time when you may have felt a sense of instability and how this place here and your practice here helped you through that.
Why don't we each do one, eh?
Actually, I took an alternative religion class when I was in college. And I was raised Roman Catholic, very strict Roman Catholic. And my beliefs didn't always align with your strict Roman Catholicism. In my alternative religion class, spiritualism actually wasn't part of that. But I did explore different religions. It is my belief that people that have a higher power to look up to are more morally responsible. When I found this spiritualist church, and it's funny because as soon as you step foot in the doors, you feel at home. And that's the one thing here that everyone says. Very, very, very few times do you not hear someone say, as soon as I walked in, I felt like I was home. That's the one thing about this specific place that's different than a lot of other places. And I have looked into Franciscan, different religions that aren't traditional, but this is where I feel safe.
And we're talking about the structure that religion provides, is that
Yes,
right?
or a time in your life when you felt a sense of instability and being here helped you get through that.
Okay. My father passed in January 2020. He was very old, so it wasn't a big surprise. He had terminal kidney failure and various situations in the family. I have one sister, and she was embroiled in a really messy divorce at the time, and she also took care of Mom, so I sat with Dad through his hospice care. I was the sole provider of care, and it was very difficult watching somebody who had been a parent, my father, from that generation, decline and become less than lucid, physically ailing, mentally a little discombobulated. And being a spiritualist gave me a sense of, I understood what was happening. I understood where he was going. I understood the process that he was going through, and I could see my mother on the other side going, woo, woo! And in fact, we had a lovely massive blackout shortly after he passed, and a few other odds and ends that were quite interesting, but let's just say he arrived safe on the other side, and I think it was extremely stressful. It was hair-raising and an honor to be able to provide that service for him, but I think teachings of spiritualism gave me a pretty good perspective on what was happening.
Right.
So
that puts you a little more at peace when you understand.
yeah, it's not the great unknown.
Right.
It's certainly not something I have experienced yet firsthand, but we are all going to die, and I think that process was less surprising, more comprehensible, and it seems an odd thing to say, but it gave me the ability to experience it deeply. I don't want to say enjoy it, because that's not quite right, but certainly to be able to understand what was happening and to hold the fullness of that experience in a steady view as opposed to looking away from it.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Courtney.
Lynn,
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you too.
I was wondering if you could also describe a time when you felt a sense of instability, and being here in your practice here helped you through it.
I think I would like to start with when I learned that we are a spirit having a human experience and not the other way around has changed my outlook on many things. I have lost several people in my life, and coming to that realization, it changes how you look at things. Instead of feeling an extreme loss, you realize that they're still there, they're on the other side, and that we can get messages from them when they're able to. When you have a message, it's between the message giver, the person on the other side, and the sitter, and they all three have to come together. So if the person on the other side can't come to give you a message, you're not going to get one. And I've had where I had lost my husband, and I had gotten several messages from him in the last few years, or the last 10 years he's been gone. But that has always helped me with that.
Thank you guys so much. It's very nice talking to you, and that's all the questions I have.